Hi you guys, C here. Thank you so much for clicking to join me in today's video. Let's get into this pattern haul. So I recently purchased a handful of patterns from the recent 70% off sale on simplicity.com. Now, before you remind me that I've said time and time again that I am not going to buy any patterns, I don't have room for any patterns, I don't need any more patterns. Before you get into all that, just know that at this point, I'm just lying to myself, okay? Because I just got a thing for them. All right, so there are a ton of patterns for us to discuss. There are a lot, and I don't think we're going to go over all of these. So let me just pull out the ones that I'm most excited to share. Now, out of all of these patterns, how many are there? There are 18. All right, so there are 18 patterns, and the purpose of getting me, I don't even know what the purpose is. My husband asked me, why do I keep buying them? And honestly, I was a little insulted because why would he ask me such a thing? And I think I got upset because I didn't have a response and I couldn't come up with a rebuttal. So when he said it, I just sat there thinking, and I could feel the steam on top of my head because it's my business, okay? I like patterns. There were a handful of patterns that were just released that really piqued my interest. I'm also building my me-made wardrobe, and I want my me-made wardrobe to be very versatile. I want to be able to reach into my closet and wear something that I made with confidence. I'm also trying to buy pieces that are more practical. I spent so many years just sewing just ridiculous items. They're not ridiculous, but I have nowhere to wear them. You know, like, where are you going? So now I want to be more intentional about what I'm making. My workwear is very important in my sewing journey now because that's where I spend so much time at work, and I like to look good. So let me pull out the ones that we really don't need to discuss or kind of aren't relevant to this time of the year. And then we can dive into the ones that I'm more excited about. Oh, the list that I'm more excited about scrolling. Yeah, we're gonna take that too. Okay, let's keep it at this. This is a good. Oh, I got rid of 4. Okay, one second. Let me go back through it again. Okay. All right, let's kick things off with the one pattern that I am most surprised that I picked up, and that is Simplicity 9442. This is a stuffed animal, a plush animal. I've never made one before, but it was so stinking adorable. It was also on clearance for $4. So not only was I intrigued by the price, but I think all 3 of my kids would love this. And how fun would that be? Based on the child model in the photo, this looks like a really large size animal. The animals are a sloth, a monkey, a polar bear, and a panda. We love pandas in my house. So that is Simplicity 9442. Next up is McCall's 8534. This piece, I don't know where I'm wearing it to, but it looks absolutely beautiful on Raven Maureen. If you haven't seen her recent makes, she made, I think it was View A. Yes, View A in a beautiful, striking red fabric. She looked phenomenal in it. And that was literally what intrigued me to purchase this one. Now, this pattern was 70% off, and I will drop the price in the corner of the video. The suggested fabrics are stretch knits, and I have been putting my knits on the back burner. I've just become so confident and comfortable working with wovens, in particular the rayon challis. Oh my God. It's just a dream. It takes a little bit of patience or finesse to work with that fabric, but all of the clothes that I gravitate to, like a handful of the clothes am I ready to wear wardrobe are silky fabrics. And now that I know how to sew them, can't tell me anything. So my knits have been taking a back burner, but I think this jumpsuit is beautiful and I may not know where I'm going, but I'll find a place to wear it to. So that is McCall's 8534. Next is New Look 6772. This is a unisex sweatsuit, and I picked this up just because I want to start working on some leisure wear, not this season, but maybe next season or more into next year, start working on more leisure wear as I grow my workwear wardrobe. And I've been eyeballing this sweatsuit for a very long time. With the New Look patterns on the Simplicity website, when they are 70% off, I think they're like $1.20, if memory serves me correctly. So that is why I just went ahead and pulled the trigger on that one. I also really love sweatsuits. I have a handful of Nike sweatsuits, and the cost of those are starting to go up. When I'm on the app or when I'm on the website, I'm like, has it always been this much? Have I been paying this much for it? So now, why not just go ahead and start making those sweatsuits myself? So I look forward to working with that. You may not see it this year or this season, but definitely look for it next year. Next is Butterick 7018. This is a retro 1960s pattern. I have been seeing vests everywhere, and I really, really want a vest or two or several in my wardrobe. But when I saw this pattern, I just couldn't help but pick it up. It's gorgeous. I love the different variations. There are 4 different variations on this pattern, and honestly, I can see myself wearing all 4. So I look forward to working with this pretty soon. This pattern is rated as easy, so that's nice. I think, are all of these rated as easy? So the plush does not have a rating on it. The jumpsuit is rated as average, and I would assume that is because it calls for an invisible zipper and a swimwear buckle, okay? The sweatsuit is easy, and the vest is rated as easy, so that's nice. Okay, next is New Look 6793, and this is a slip skirt pattern. I worked on one earlier in the year, and I know I've mentioned this on my channel at least twice already, but that skirt was cut and executed and sewn flawlessly. It was a beautiful piece. Invisible zipper done immaculately. The hem perfectly. I used this satin that I sourced from Hobby Lobby. The sheen, the color, everything was beautiful. And I went to go put that thing on, and it would not even go up my thighs. That's how small it was. And I was hurt. I cut the largest size on that pattern. So I cut a 14, so I would have to repurchase the pattern in a larger size to try again. Instead, I just went ahead and grabbed this New Look pattern with the 70% off. It was $1.20. So I decided to go ahead and go this route, give this skirt a try, and see how I feel about that. And if it works out, then I'll make a handful of these as well. I have a ton of those in my ready to wear. And some of them now have like little stains, maybe some oil stains, or they have some runs or some snags because of how fragile the material is. So I do think now is the time to go ahead and get some more, especially since I love wearing them to work, and they're perfect on little casual days or go out and do something too. Next is Vogue 1643, and this is a coordinate set. There is a sweater in 2 different lengths, a dress, and a skirt in 2 different lengths. This is for Mrs. as well as Mrs. Petite. I picked this up just to enhance my workwear. It also has a little bit of color blocking when it comes to the sweater, and I like that. I'd like to give that a try. The fabrics, medium weight tweed, wool, and gabardine. So here again, I'm picking up these patterns that need some medium and heavier weight fabrics, and so that is what I'm lacking in my Me Made. I'm looking forward to working with this pattern, as well as the many endless possibilities, the different types of outfits that I could have. I could definitely make a capsule wardrobe with this pattern. So this is Vogue 1643. Next is Vogue 1913, and this is a blazer and jumpsuit. I knew nothing about this pattern until my friend Shelz from Shelz Creates. I believe she shared a pattern that she was working on, and it was this pattern, and it was oh so beautiful. Shelz is incredibly talented and has a beautiful sense of fashion. I was definitely intrigued to get this pattern, added it to my list, and when the 70% off sale came, I certainly picked this pattern up. Here again is another pattern that calls for medium or heavyweight fabrics. So that blazer, the suggested fabrics, wool suiting, gabardine tweed, and then for the jumpsuit, spandex or some type of four-way stretch knit. And I do not have a jumpsuit like this. This one has the stirrups on it. It's so 80s. It's so 80s, but it's beautiful and it looks very chic, and definitely could get away with this at work, and I would love wearing this to work. Now, unlike the other patterns, I think there are just a couple in here that are average. This pattern is actually advanced, and for some reason, I'm not quite intimidated by it, and I like that. Now, will I take my time? Absolutely. Will I make a mock-up? Absolutely not. But am I going to dive right in and give it a try? Of course. I'm going to take my time, but I like the fact that these pattern ratings no longer intimidate me, because that means that, that means that I'm feeling confident in my skills, and they are getting better. Now, we're going to recap on my sewing journey this year and my sewing goals this year. So look out for that. If you aren't already, definitely make sure that you are subscribed and you come back for those videos later this year. But last year, this time, I never would have touched that pattern. But everything I've made this year has been made with a commercial pattern, and that practice is definitely increasing my skills. Nonetheless, that's a great pattern. Looking forward to making it. Thank you, Shelz. Next is New Look 6794. This is a Mrs. Jacket and pants. I am loving the suit. This is rated as easy too, and I like that. I love the simple lines. I love suits, and I don't see them as often as I used to. And so why not go ahead and start making my own, especially if I can source the fabric that I want and tailor it to exactly how I want it. Why not? And so I'm really looking forward to making this. You should definitely see this suit pattern coming very soon. Now, I'm certain I could have pieced together a suit with the jacket and pant patterns that I have, but I was intrigued because this pattern was on sale for $1.20. It's also the jacket and pants that are already put together, and they're put together for a reason. They've been made to coexist. They've been made to match each other. So that's another reason why I just went ahead and went with this. But that is New Look 6794. I think this pattern is going to be one of the first I touch at the first of the year, for sure. So look out for that if you're interested. Next is Vogue 2056. This is a newer release pattern. This just came out, I want to say last month. And it is another suit pattern. I told you I love suits. And now that I've made the dresses, I've made the skirts, I've made the blouses, I've made a jacket or two, I just made my first pair of jeans. Now I want to get heavy into the blazers and the tailored pieces. So Vogue 2056 is just that. This is just so high fashion to me. It looks amazing. I love the double-breasted suit. I love the split down the middle of the front and the back of the skirt. This is stunning. And here again, another pattern where I need medium or heavier weight fabrics. Next is a Vogue 1943, another Mrs. Jacket and pants. And don't know where I'm wearing this to, but honey, she is beautiful. The silhouette of the jacket is just beautiful. And for the hackers out there, I'm certain I could have taken one of these jackets and cut it up and made it just like this. But why? Why? I bought this pattern for $7, and guess what? They've done all the hard work for me. Like, why do I don't want to hack it. Especially since I don't even know what I'm doing. Let me just get this pattern, and it's all the pattern, the finessing, all that is done for me. I just got to make sure that it is fitted and tailored to me. But she is beautiful. She is stunning. I love the color. I would love to find fabric that is this color. This is another advanced pattern. Oh, this other suit is advanced too. Of course, I'm going to document these whenever I make them. Now, 1943, she might have to wait a minute because once again, I have no idea where I'm wearing her to. But Miss Vogue 2056 and New Look 6794 in Vogue 1913, honey, I can wear these to work, okay? I can find something for those. But Pretty Lady in the Fuchsia, we're gonna have to create an event for that one. Next is Naomi 2100, and this is a pattern by Lydia Naomi. I love her channel, and I don't know if she's had the baby or not, but wishing her the best and healthiest labor, delivery, and postpartum. But this is a bomber jacket. Now stay tuned because I'm working on another bomber jacket. Do not ask me why I would buy another one if I'm already working on one. Mind your business. I am participating in a challenge that is hosted by my friend Rochelle from Rochelle Handmade Designs. I talk about her all the time. Look here. You guys know the channel. You guys know her handle. I say Rochelle, you know exactly where to go. Okay? So meet me back here November the 29th or December the 1st for the drop or the sewing vlog for that jacket. I have just barely started, and I'm really pumped. I'm really excited for my design. I can't wait to share it with you guys. But back to Lydia Naomi. I just really like this pattern, and I was motivated because it was on clearance for $4. Now, the bomber jacket that I'm working with in Rochelle's challenge, Rochelle chose that for me, so that was put upon me, okay? This is me actually actively seeking a bomber jacket and finding one that really resonates with me. This is a simple bomber jacket. I just like the details. I like the pocket detail. I like the collar of it. And this is working with the zipper. The bomber jacket that I'm working with for the Take It to the Street challenge, Rochelle's challenge, I am working with snap buttons on that one instead. So just a little bit of versatility. I'm more likely to wear a jacket than I am a coat. And so this could be one that would definitely be a staple in my fall wardrobe. So that is Naomi 2100. The next pattern that I picked up is Naomi 2103. And both of these Naomi patterns are new releases. I want to say they just came out last month, if memory serves me correctly. Now, Naomi 2103 is Beauty J'adore. This is Nikki's pattern. I like Nikki's style because she plays around with longer lines. So her garments tend to be maxi length or longer, more streamlined. And I like that because I'm tall and slim. I have chosen this pattern because I just think it's very chic and elevated. But also on my Make 9 challenge, one of the last makes that I have to do is a wool coat. And I like this pattern for that. I like that it is double-breasted. I like that it doesn't have a belt and it's still cinched in and looks very tailored. I like the two lengths that it comes in as well. Now I'm toying with this pattern, and the original pattern that I chose was McCall's 8438. And I was originally going to use this one for my Make 9. Now I'm considering Beauty J'adore's pattern. I will document that and I will film that and share with you guys what I choose and why I choose it. If I procrastinate, which I'm already kind of procrastinating because I have 3 more makes on my Make 9 challenge. We are now in the middle of November. So I've got a month and a half to tackle those 3 makes. The wool coat is one of them. And if I wait any longer, I'm going to be pressed for time doing a very large project, because this wool coat that's a big project, okay? That's not a, let me work on this and finish this out in one night. That ain't me. That's not going to happen with this one. So if it gets to that point, then it's honestly going to come down to which pattern has fewer pieces and fewer steps. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope I can make my decision based off of how I'm feeling in the fabric that I find. But at the rate that we're going, it's up in the air. But Naomi 2103, beautiful pattern. Check that out. And then the last pattern, another jacket that I picked up. This is McCall's 8533. This is a Mrs. Boleros and jacket. I picked this jacket up because I don't play around with a lot of cropped pieces. I don't like crop tops, and so I opt not to go for anything cropped. But this jacket just looks really good on this model. It looks very tailored. It looks very slimming. And I like the fact that it doesn't have buttons or zippers on it, because oftentimes I wear a coat or a jacket and I never button or zip it up. So why have it up there? It just looks a little more streamlined and a little more clean without it. I love the wide collar. I'm less likely to transfer makeup on it when I'm wearing it. It just looks really good. And the fabric choice for View B is just impeccable. I am looking forward to making this. You'll probably see this the beginning of next year as well, because that looks like a really exciting piece. I think I'm headed into my wool blends era, because that is what's drawing my attention. And also could be that because of the season changing, I don't have a lot of me-mades that are suitable for this time of the year. So I think now I just want to start making them so I can wear them. I love getting compliments on my clothing and being able to say, thank you so much, I made it. It's a flex, but it's a humble flex. And it's kind of like sewing is my superpower. Like, I'm feeling myself. But that is it. Those are not all the patterns that I bought, but those are the patterns that I'm sharing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, definitely give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Join the fam. I would love to have you. As always, I love you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.